Hari, have you ever experienced this? One bulb suddenly fuses, then your phone starts hanging, Wi-Fi stops working, your charger burns, and suddenly your mind begins asking, is someone doing something on me? Today millions of people are watching tarot readers, astrologers, and spiritual channels claiming that negative energy, evil eye, or even black magic can affect your electronics. And honestly, when strange thing happens repeatedly, fear feels real. But what if I told you that most people are not becoming victims of black magic, they are becoming victims of fear itself? Today, we are going deep into one of the most misunderstood spiritual topics on the internet. Not from superstition, but from psychology, energy, life experiences, and Vedantic wisdom. Because by the end of this video, you will only understand what may actually be happening. You will also know exactly how to protect your mind, your energy, your peace, and your life. Let us first understand something honestly. Fear sells, especially spiritual fear. You open YouTube and suddenly someone says, someone is secretly attacking your aura. Your enemies are sending negative vibrations. Your electronics failing means dark energy is around you, and slowly your normal life experiences begin looking supernatural. One day your phone battery drains quickly, the next day your bulb fuses. Then your mind started connecting everything, and this is how fear grows. Not because people are weak, but because human psychology naturally searches for patterns, especially during emotional stress. And this becomes even stronger when someone is lonely, heartbroken, financially stressed, spiritually confused, sleep deprived, and emotionally exhausted. At that moment, the mind becomes extremely sensitive. Now listen carefully. This does not mean spirituality is fake. Energy affects human beings deeply. Environments affect emotions deeply. Negative people affect us deeply. But there is a huge difference between spiritual awareness and fear addiction. And sadly, many people are becoming addicted to fear-based spirituality. Let me tell you a story. A man was going through one of the hardest phases of his life. Business stress, debt, arguments at home, no peace in sleep. One evening, his television suddenly stopped working. 2 days later, his inverter failed. Then his mobile phone started freezing repeatedly. And one night, while scrolling YouTube, he found a tarot video saying, if your electronics are failing, someone has spiritually attacked you. That was enough. From that day, the fear entered his nervous system. Every sound felt suspicious. Every delay felt negative. Every problem looked supernatural. But after some time, a wise teacher asked him something powerful. Before your electronics started failing, was your mind already collapsing? And suddenly, everything became clear. Months of stress, anxiety, poor sleep, anger, and emotional heaviness had already created inner chaos. And once the mind became fearful, every external event looked like proof. This is extremely important to understand. Fear changes perception. Now let us go deeper. Can emotions affect environments? Absolutely. Every human being carries emotional energy. You have felt this yourself. Some homes feel peaceful, some homes feel heavy, some people calm you instantly, some people drain your energy immediately. This is real human experience. Ancient traditions understood this psychologically and spiritually. But here is where wisdom is needed. Most electrical failures happens because of voltage fluctuations, poor wiring, heat, overloaded circuits, cheap chargers, moisture, and neglected maintenance. However, When a person is emotionally disturbed, their nervous system becomes hyper alert. This creates something dangerous, constant fear scanning. And now the brain starts asking, what if this means something? That question becomes a prison. And this is why true spiritual traditions always focused on mental purity, discipline, prayer, awareness, calmness, and sattvic living. Because a stable mind is the greatest protection, not paranoia. Vedanta asks a completely different question. Instead of asking, who is attacking me? Vedanta asks, who is the fearful one? This changes everything because fear survives through identification. The more weak, helpless, and psychologically dependent the mind becomes, the more vulnerable life feels. But the moment awareness awakens, clarity returns. Listen carefully. A spiritually strong person does not become arrogant. He becomes stable, grounded, balanced, less reactive, less fearful, and less superstitious. And this is why true spirituality liberates. It does not psychologically imprison you. If spirituality increases fear, dependency, and paranoia, then something is wrong. Real spirituality increases courage, clarity, compassion, responsibility, and peace. Now let us talk about practical and spiritual protection. First, protect your environment physically. Use proper earthing. Use surge protectors. Avoid cheap electrical accessories. Maintain wiring properly. Keep your home clean and ventilated. Second, protect your nervous system. Sleep properly. Reduce fear content. Avoid doom scrolling at night. Eat sattvic food and spend time in silence. Third, protect your mind spiritually. You can chant Hanuman Chalisa, Mantra, Gayatri Mantra. Not because you are weak, but because sacred sound stabilizes consciousness. Light a diya. Keep your home clean. Burn incense mindfully. Pray with sincerity, not fear. And most importantly, stop feeding the mind with constant panic content. Because fear repeated daily becomes programming. Let me leave you with this. Not every difficulty is black magic. Not every malfunction is a spiritual attack. Sometimes life is simply asking you to slow down, heal, rest, clean our inner world, and reconnect with clarity. Your mind is more powerful than your fear. Your awareness is stronger than your anxiety. And true spirituality was never meant to make you terrified of life. It was meant to free you from fear completely. So the next time something goes wrong, pause, breathe, check practically first, then spiritually center yourself. But never surrender your intelligence to fear, because darkness grows where awareness disappears, and light returns the moment clarity awakens. Hari Om. If you want spirituality with clarity, not superstition, subscribe to Spiritually Wealthy Gurukul and begin your journey towards a spiritually wealthy life. I invite you to join Krishna Code or book a clarity call with us for more